everyone, and happy Thursday. Today is February 12th, 2009, and we are continuing along this week's calendar with another model in celebration of Valentine's Day that's coming up on Saturday. This one in the calendar is called Love is in the Air, and admittedly I was a tad bit at a loss for where we were going, even by looking at the picture, which when I looked at this picture, I was like, I don't get it. But actually, I went all the way through and folded this to see what it was going to look like. And I have been viewing this sort of in a different way, kind of like one of those Escher paintings where they can look like they're going up the stairs or kind of like they're going down the stairs at the same time. My perspective when I looked at this was really the opposite of how it turns out, and it makes a little more sense now that I see it. I was seeing the old lady instead of the beautiful woman with the pearl necklace. So let's go ahead and get started, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So for this model, you're going to start out with your piece of paper with the white side facing up, and you're going to fold up a band across the bottom like this. Okay, next from this point, you're going to be folding these two bottom corners backwards. So if you want, you can really flip the page over to make it easy on yourself. Flip it over, and then you're folding each one of these up and to the center. The object is to get a nice straight line across here, and this part here is centered. So you end up, when you're done, with this little triangle here on this side, and it'll look like this on this side. Now the next thing that you're going to do is to fold this bottom corner up, and where you've got the colored triangle on the bottom, and you're folding that up to a point where you want to make the fold so that you're folding a little bit above where the color ends. So you're giving yourself a little bit of a bar here. So you're folding up a little way, and then what you'll find when you do that is that you see a little corner of white visible like that. All right, now you're going to flip your paper over like so, and the next two folds are kind of combined into one. You're pulling out, once again, you're pulling out and pushing in at the same time. So you're pulling this piece out, pushing in and down, and folding it down in a triangular shape like that. And you should still see a little bit of a white band off to the side. So take the top part here, pull it out, and as you do that, you're pushing in on the pointed side and creating another little bow tie effect in the center. Okay, and now what you're going to do is to take this tip, and you're taking this line here and bringing it up to this line there. So you're folding up like that. Same thing, this line here is lining up now with here. So you're folding up like that. And the last little trick, and I've done it on the one side and I partially did it on the other side because I really can't adequately demonstrate it on the camera because it just takes a little bit of finesse, and it's a very tiny little move. What you're doing is you're starting out like this, and you're folding this corner up like that, And when you do that, you'll notice there's a little flap here. See how that sticks out? And what you're going to be doing, because there's a space in here because it's open, right? So there's a space in there when you fold this up. And the object is to then tuck that little piece into that space, which, as I said, takes you sitting there and getting it in there, because it's not an easy thing to do. It's a tiny little piece, and the way it's bent, it takes a little work, and I really can't do it on the camera for you. But you can see I did it on this one already, and it's tucked in there. So on this one then, I'm going to tuck that into that piece there, and it'll end up looking like that. Make sense? Hopefully. All right, so the last thing that you're going to do once you've tucked in your little pieces is to do a mountain fold. And remember, when you do a mountain fold, you're folding it to make something look like a mountain. So with this being the part or the side that you're working with, then you're folding it up like this to create a mountain. And what that does, when you flip it over and you look at it, there is a heart. And it's kind of in the shape of a plane, which I guess is the idea behind love is in the air. That's the best I can do as far as trying to figure out the point of this. Now, when I was looking at the picture of this, I saw it looking sort of like this, the opposite, and really didn't understand. But it's one of those optical illusions, and depending on how you upside down, how you look at this picture, you either see it concave or convex. So, but we followed the directions, and this is what we come up with. So that's love is in the air, and I suppose it's kind of a plane. So there you have it. So that's that one. Love is in the air. It's a flying heart. So tomorrow, Friday the 13th, we have one more heart to do. This one is called the kimono heart. So I guess we'll see another variation, yet another variation on a heart. So I will see you then, and in the meantime, enjoy your flying heart.